Dr. Aura, we're losing him. Gee willikers, nurse. Don't you think I know that already? Clear! It's not working. What could this be? I don't know. I've never seen this before. Let's try it one more time. Clear! Hold on, nurse. Looks like we've got something. Looks like we've got return of spontaneous circulation. Well, Doc, what's next? Well, nurse, in order to figure out what's next, we must be able to draw conclusions. And based on what we just saw, it looks like I'm gonna make it. Oh, well, hello there. Dr. Aura here to help you figure out how to draw conclusions. So let's go over some general steps on how to do so. So step 1, find the clues. We gotta look for what the text actually says. Look at actions, words, details. If you can point to it, it's a clue. Step 2, remove what's already been stated. Get rid of anything that is directly in the text. If the author already said it, it is not a conclusion. And step 3, figure it out. Use the clues plus what you know to make a logical idea that is not stated. If you had to think about it, it's a conclusion. So let's go on to a quick example to help us prepare for our next workout. Marcus slammed his book shut, crossed his arms, and stared out the window. So step 1, the clues are he slammed his book shut. He crossed his arms. He stared out the window. Now let's move on to step 2. Marcus slammed his book. Marcus crossed his arms. Because these clues have been directly stated, they would not be considered our conclusion that we're looking for. So step 3, let's find our conclusion. It is probably safe to say that based on the clues, Marcus is probably angry or frustrated. This is not stated. You figured this out. So remember, if the text says it, well, it's a clue. If you say it, well, it's a conclusion. Now let's get ready for this next workout. Hey, Doc. Glad you could make it. Looks like we got another case. Here, take a look. Ah, yes. Looks like we have ourselves a case of drawing conclusions. Prep my materials, nurse. Looks like we're going in. Before we begin our workout, remember to use the 3 steps that we went over in our last video. Step 1, find the clues. Look for actions, words, or details. Step 2, remove what's already been stated. Take out anything that is directly stated. If the author said it, it's not a conclusion. And step 3, figure it out. Clues plus what you know to draw a conclusion. If you had to figure it out, it's a conclusion. Now let's start our next workout. One day, Miguel, a middle school reading teacher, was driving home from work. He noticed that his fuel gauge was on E and decided to pull into the nearest gas station. Once at the station, he was able to do what was necessary. Based on what we just read, what conclusion can we draw from the text? Answer in the comments.
Let's chop it up real quick with a chopped cheese and give me a bev on the side. When I'm busting a few moves with my main crew on the block, you know we gon' slide. I got a few thoughts in my headspace and you def gon' help me decide if I'm feeling all happy, sappy, or a little angry or lit on this fire vibe. I'm about to get
Nurse, what do you have for me today? Here you go, Doc. Patient is 65-year-old Cletus Yersky. He said he was mowing his lawn this morning and then suddenly he passed out. I see. Let's do a check. I see. Flatulence. Nurse, run lab orders for... Oh. Barbara! Mr. Yersky, are you with us? What's today's date? Tell us what happened.
Well, Doc, now that I kind of think about it, my day kind of started off like this.
This morning before I mowed my lawn, I needed to get fueled up before I attacked the day. So I had about 45 Rizz juices. I figured each one was about 100 milligrams of caffeine, and the recommended amount for adults is 400 milligrams daily. So I thought, why not kick it up a notch, you know? Anyway, I drank my juices, and 5 minutes later, I ended up here.
Based on what we just watched and read, what conclusion can we draw about how Mr. Yursky ended up in the hospital? Answer in the comments.
Chop it up real quick with a chopped cheese and give me a bev on the side. When I'm busting a few moves with my main crew on the block, you know we gon' slide. I got a few thoughts in my headspace, and you def gon' help me decide if I'm feeling all.
Nurse. Clamps. Thank you. Nurse. Forceps. Help! All done. Nurse. Retractors. Here. All done. Nurse. The final instrument. Scalpel. I'm going in. Scalpel! Wow. Looks like we have ourselves a tough one here, nurse. So, what exactly happened to the patient?
Mr. Wiggins, a 36-year-old man, was at dance practice preparing for a date. Suddenly, he stopped dancing and grabbed his ankle, rubbing it in pain. Based on what we just watched and read, what conclusion can we draw from the text and video? Answer in the comments.
Let's chop it up real quick with a chopped cheese and give me a bev on the side. When I'm busting a few moves with my main crew on the block, you know we gon' slide. I got a few thoughts in my headspace.